Hey guys, welcome to Flat Top King. Hey, today is all about smoking meat on the griddle. It can be done. Certain griddles can do it, and we're going to flat out show you what the Halo can do today. You guys watch this. All right, so this is the deal. Along with the many other griddles we've acquired along this journey, some griddles will allow you to do this, some will not. You guys will have to determine what you guys need to do in order to do this. The reason why I say that, some manufacturers say do not use your lid while in heat, or while the heat's being used while in heat. We're not dogs. But so you just got to be careful, right? I've done a couple of experiments, and the very first one we did was so great that we thought that we just had to shoot this right away. So this was the day after I got the Halo. I told everybody I was excited about it because I think it just allows you to go a little bit deeper into griddling. So the thing that caught my eye about this griddle before I even bought it was the comments that we received. And it actually came intuition or fruition.
Yeah, fruition.
Thank you. When we actually launched our Father's Day special, because so many people commented, I never thought about using charcoal or smoke with a griddle involved. Other people like we do it all the time. But the main people out there were saying, I don't have a smoker. I can't do that. What options do you have? Holy cow, do we have an option. Does not mean you have to get the Halo. Some griddle manufacturers, like I said, allow you to use the hood. Enough talking. Golly, let me show you what we're doing.
Okay, Hetty.
What? I might have to get another hat. Somebody want a used hat?
Let me see. Hang on, look up.
That's
You
straight
guys,
from...
I'm not crazy, right? This is...
Yeah, but
Let me see.
now it looks like it's off to the side. It looks like it's going that way. Maybe I'm cross-eyed. Get back to the video. All right, we got some chicken breast, got some chuck high steak, and we got some pork tenderloin, okay? On the pork tenderloin, we're going to do a mustard binder, and we're doing that smoke that. Very, very, very close to getting it in production. For the chicken, we're going to use Heath Rowell's jalapeno and Cajun garlic. And then for the steaks, we're going to try to do them exactly the way I did them. Shake, smash. You guys will see that for Father's Day. And some Lea Perrins as a binder, okay? So very unique mixes. And this is what we got. Everything but what I came here for. All right, what we have here is a smoke tube that I highly recommend. This one's from Pit Boss. There's other ones out there. This one happens to be fatter. My other one happens to be longer, but I like the shorter one. This is so stinking versatile, right? Two big things that come to mind. The first thing is you're allowed to add a different smoke to your cook, right? If I'm running all hickory or all competition blend, you can throw in apple, you can throw in like a woodsy flavor, depends on what you're cooking. Same thing with this, talking about the versatility. There's no heat involved when you use this. It's only the tube that it produces the smoke. So with this, we're gonna put the pellets in there, light it, close the lid, and all this smoke is gonna be able to adhere to the inside of your griddle, the meat and stuff like that. So let me show you. In this bucket right here, I have hickory. So I'm just gonna, typically about half a tube. You just gotta be careful. A whole tube will take forever. You can't smoke that long.
Baking sheet, aluminum foil, and a little rack.
The rack allows air to flow through it. You need air, right? When this lid closes, you've got plenty of oxygen and plenty of areas for this griddle to breathe. And I just don't want to set this right on top of the griddle. The first time I did it, you can see I set it here. And I mean, that's just, I mean, it's fine, it'll come off. But what you want to do really is to have it down here. So you put your food up here, and then when you close it,
your food is right over top of the smoker tube.
Exactly.
Boy, that's genius, honey.
What's more genius is its child lock on this thing.
Your creme brulee torch.
There we go. So we're gonna start it. You guys can learn how to start a smoke tube. There's a lot of different propane guns out there. The most important thing is get your pellet started, and then just let it breathe for about 5 minutes. That really catches it on fire, just like charcoal or whatever. All right, guys, the moment of truth. I know that's why you're here. The big giveaway. So here we are early in the morning. We're releasing the video this afternoon. We've had about 2,800 comments. So we've implemented all the names into a numerical style system. We're going to do a number. Yep. With my wife and my daughter. going at it for the last couple days. And so what we're going to do is like a generic style random number generator. That's going to pick out a number between the number that we have, and that's going to be the winner for the two prizes. So first up is going to be...
Which one are we doing first? Prize, second prize?
Yeah, the second prize. Nobody's going to stay around. I mean, they might. Few people.
Okay, so just real quick, show them. Like,
right, so
go quick so we don't see anybody's names.
So these are the names entered in. So here we go. 2815. We're going to generate it. 1755. Wendy Culp. Wendy Culp is the prize, is the winner for the second prize. Prize number 2. So we'll reach out to you, Wendy. You'll get a choice of a hat, 2 seasonings. You get a shirt online, and $100. Yep, and $100. Also, one thing really quick, we want to say, like, we apologize for all the spam. It's the first time ever doing a big giveaway like this. We had no idea what was going on. We told everybody we'd do this live, so this is how we'll do our giveaway. So you will know, I promise you, you will know if you win. You'll get it from me, not from the spammers. So we're gonna let that go. While that's going, it'll continue to burn. We're going to season our meat up. All right, now that you see our pellets are caught on fire, so all I'm going to do, the only thing I'm going to do is just shut the lid. That fire will dissipate, and those pellets will start smoldering. I did 2 different options. I did this, what I call cold smoke style, where you don't even have to turn on your griddle. The other option, we turned on our one griddle on low, both burners, all the way on low, and it held about 250 to 280 degrees with the lid on. When you're smoking, that's dang near in the sweet spot. So it really depends on what meat you're using, how thin it is, how thick it is. You know, you might want to cook it up to about 100 to 120 degrees, depending on what you're doing. So you have 2 options, cold or hot. It really doesn't matter. The one thing that does matter is your temperature danger zone, right? If you're going cold, don't try to be a nut job out there and try to smoke it for like 4 or 6 hours with no heat. You got to maintain your temperatures in your danger zone. You guys can check that out with your local health departments. I'm not going to get into it, but that is an important factor.
So when you say cold smoked, that means just for people that are new, like
the griddle's not on.
The griddle is not on.
When you reverse sear something, just like we did in that Father's Day video that you guys will see, we brung the griddle, the smoker, our Weber kettle was up to about 225, and the steak was on there for about an hour and a half, and it rose from about 60 degrees up to about 110 degrees. From there, we just flash fried it, seared it on the Weber griddle. And what happens is it starts cooking your meat slowly. So then when you finish it on the griddle, you don't have it on that hot sear zone as long, and you don't have to worry about your meat burning. The good thing about this halo is we all can agree that one thing it's known for, or will be known for, is the heat. It could put out some heat, and that's a good thing for some things, and that's why we're doing this. Silver skin trimmed. I'm just doing this little sandwich mustard as a bonder. From there, we're going to do a nice coating of that smoked fat. This is about our 17th different option. But we are closer today than what we were when we started, I can tell you that. We did big old bone-in ribeyes, but these chuck-eye steaks look more marbled today than the ribeyes did. So you know what it is. It's just going to the grocery store and finding what speaks to you. Little Worcestershire bonder. You want to show our big baby today? Camp, say hi to the world. Hi, world. Big old
yeah, say hi, baby. Say hi.
All right, the ratio I like to use is about a quarter part of smash that. Remember, this has the grill flavor and the smoke in it, which is why we developed it, because we like that flavor so much. So anytime you can put it on something, beef-wise, when you need that little extra kick, this is a perfect one for it. Okay. And we'll be a little bit more liberal with the shake that. Remember, it's salt, pepper, garlic, and butter. It's more like an AP.
That's all purpose.
Yep, don't forget your sides. When we talk about chicken breast on the griddle, we always stress even chicken breast, maybe even cut them in half, because it takes so long for the chicken to cook. You don't want to burn the outside and overcook it before the inside's done. When you smoke something like this, we are going to turn the griddle on. It's an advantage, okay? These will cook like an oven, but with flavor. So what we're going to do is just cook these and then finish them off on the smoke on the griddle. So this is that jalapeno rub. Then for a little heat, I like a little bit of that Cajun. Same thing on the sides. Don't forget your sides. You see what we're talking about? I don't know if you guys can see it. You see that smoke?
Oh yeah, you can see it.
Rolling? You can?
Barely.
You can't see it like that?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Well, you will see it like this. All that is flavor. All that is flavor. This side of the griddle is going to be a little bit hotter, so just be mindful of that. I guess what I'll do is probably set the chicken on that side because the chicken will have to come up to a higher temperature.
And then I guess after you're done, you can just take the wire rack completely off and wash it in the sink with soapy water.
Yep. Just like that. There you go. All right, so like I said before, this burner is on all the way on low. Our smoke's rolling. I'm not worried about internal temps right now. We got a long ways to go. It's not much heat. I've even got my thermometers. We can even do this for you because I had this set up the other day when I was practicing. So I'll set our thermometer right there. You guys, if you want to, we will go from the, let's see, the beef needs to be the coolest piece of meat done, okay? So what we're gonna do is just probe our meat. Woo!
A lot of smoke.
And the reason why we probe the meat and not the pork, I mean the beef and not the pork and the chicken, because this is gonna be the first thing that comes off. The pork can go a little bit higher, and then not far after that, the chicken can come higher. So what we'll do is close the lid, and there we go. Now we're smoking. All that flavor. I've always said an oven, a grill is just an oven with flavor. Now we've incorporated all those flavors that I absolutely love into a griddle, and that's why we always do our pros and cons, right? We might not like something about one thing, but what if something else outperforms that negative, right? And that's what you guys have to weigh. All right, we've been hovering around that 230 mark pretty steadily. The meat has been rising. As you can see, we're still smoking. That's a good thing. You see our meat starting to cook. All that flavor is starting to infuse in there. Doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Just want to give you a quick little heads up. All right, we're very close to the hour mark. I've just checked everything. It's time for the beef to come off. This chicken breast right here is shooting a little hot. It's about 130 degrees. That's probably fair, because this eye's on. The griddle was able to come up to about 260 degrees. It kind of like fluctuated 258 to 262, somewhere through there. So I'm gonna do some rearranging with this, and then the pork, I'm gonna separate out just a little bit more. So it has a little bit more air. Nothing's over that heat. Still got plenty of smoke left in that tube. Like I said, it's very, very, very efficient. All right, about an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 20 minutes, something like that. We're pretty close. I'm gonna take this chicken off. It's hitting about 130 to 140 degrees. And then right here, I'm gonna take these off. My griddle started to run a little hot, even on one burner, all the way on low with the lid closed. About the 45-minute mark, it was hitting somewhere like 277. About 277, so I just went and turned the burner off about the last 15-20 minutes. So now what I'm going to do is clean up those fats that render out, because I don't want to turn the griddle on with all that stuff. Turn the griddle on high. Now that you can see a little bit better, look at all the color that we're able to get from that smoke. All that is flavor. You see that? Look at that chicken breast. That is fantastic. All right, we got that griddle screaming hot. Let's see what we got it on today. Yeah.
You can't see.
600s, 640, something like that. All right, so what we're gonna do is turn down one side of the griddle. We'll turn this one off because I do want a cooler zone, okay? First things first, I'm gonna save the steaks for last. I'm gonna do the pork first because they have a little bit longer to go. Just a touch of oil and a touch of butter. This has a lot of sugars in it, so you gotta be careful. You're gonna be flipping often.
Ooh. And this is real time for everyone.
Yep.
Right here.
I'm gonna keep this one on high, turn these about to a medium low. Because remember, this side's off, so try to keep that heat even.
So now it's all about getting that crust on our smoked meats.
Yep. Yep. It's done a good job so far. Of holding those low temperatures when we smoked it. I was talking about seasoning your griddle when you're cooking. You see that dry spot? Might as well just throw a little avocado oil down as well. It's hot enough to season. And just hit it with some oil.
So this is really like grilling on the griddle. I mean, you got the smoke and you got the char.
Before I even got the griddle, I had this idea in mind. I just had to play with it a couple times just to make sure. But I'm telling you, I think we got some fantastic ideas lined up that changes the griddle world just because it's so unique, and the fact that you can use it in multiple ways. You got your cooling or your rack up here. We put toast on it the other day when I was playing around with temperatures for temperature zones, and I was able to toast bread very similar to like an oven. So the bread stayed up here and it was actually light dark or light brown on the bottom.
Yeah, just like a toaster oven.
Yep. All right, we're about to start pulling them off. Put those steaks down. All right, some of your meat's gonna be some of your meat's gonna be done faster than the others. So that's why it's so important to have a thermometer. Ooh. Look at that crust.
Wow. So low, high, off.
Yep. Because I want a little bit of that residual heat to carry over. You know, we talk about you don't have to always cook on the same aisle. No doubt I could probably have that pork raised about 10 more degrees before I started searing it. Instead of bringing off about 115 to 120, I should have done about 125 to 130. Those barbecue sauces.
Smoking.
Yeah, those barbecue sauces. Yeah, those barbecue sauces is what you're seeing. That's that sugar in the barbecue sauce. That's why there's a little bit more caramelization than what I would like. But it does look dang good. And since we're holding it right above that top part of the hot griddle, it's still going to cook. All right, this temperature's about done. I'm going to turn off the griddle.
I know, it's like a grill today, isn't it?
Now, if I told you right there, that board right there was done all on the griddle, it'd be hard to imagine. The darkening, the smoke color, the char, everything we love about smoke is now capable with griddle cooking, just from a couple tips and tricks along the way, a couple tweaks with the griddle. The fantastic use of a lid that you can use when it's on, I think that's just absolutely fantastic.
Boy, that is perfect, honey.
And the charred bits you get, I bet you could trick somebody. If you don't make money, blindfold them.
Tastes like it came off a grill.
It does.
So these are the chuck eye steaks.
Mm-hmm.
Did we say that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I mean, the chicken's juicy. That is 100% grilled chicken. If I've ever seen it, it's grilled chicken.
Oh man, honey. That is amazing.
But don't you get the smoke?
Yes.
Look at that piece of pork right there. In retrospect, what I wanted to do is finish that barbecue sauce on the griddle, but I adapted as I went, right? I'm still learning the griddle just like you guys would when you buy it. What I would have done instead, I actually like the way it came out. So I don't know if I'd do this instead, but my thought process was to smoke it and then sear it, then add the barbecue sauce. But once I realized that barbecue seasoning had that much sugar in there and it started reacting on the griddle, then I knew at some point there was no coming back to it. So once we were able to put it on the cooling rack, we basted it with that barbecue sauce. And you'll be amazed how hot this quote-unquote cooling rack or resting rack gets. Don't let it fool you.
Warming rack.
Yeah, that's fair. You're right. Warming rack. I should change my words. It's amazing how hot that gets. So all this did was allow that barbecue sauce to become tacky. I mean, just phenomenal. So. Am I ever going to get rid of my smokers? No. But I can tell you one thing.
Oh man, that is incredibly moist.
If somebody came over right now and sat down to eat, they would absolutely never know this
gosh.
wasn't smoked.
Honey.
Now, there might be a difference between charcoal, but just pellet to pellet.
Honey.
Now the moment of the truth, the reason why you're really here. Like I said, free griddle, anyone you want, the Halo, the Traeger, the Weber, the Blackstone, the Camp Chef, the Pit Boss, you name it. You get the hat, the seasonings, and the shirt. Is that all? Is that all we got?
Yep, I think
All
so.
right, there we go. Drum roll.
That's real high tech. Hang on, let me see.
Good night, 2416. Okay. Joe Robbins. Congratulations, Joe Robbins. That's awesome. There you go. All right, Joe, we'll get in contact with you. Thank you so much for entering. Thanks for each and every one of you for the support along the way. Let's get back to the video. The crazy thing is, I'm not even tending towards the steak. I mean, and I'm a steak guy, like through and through. But the pork is so dang good.
I would say, honestly, I mean, we've had a lot of pork tenderloins. A lot, because we love them. It's inexpensive. The girls like them. That is probably the best pork tenderloin I've ever had in my life.
And it came off a griddle.
Was that smoke that? Oh, it was, wasn't it? Go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh! That's right. That's the brand. That's the close. That's the. I forgot all about that.
Our most recent trial. This is a happy dance. That is absolutely amazing. I mean,
you know
this is amazing.
I know, like, we're dragging it on, but you guys can replicate this. It's not like I'm going to lie to you, right? I mean, you could do this and you can get the same reaction we're getting. I think it's the initial reaction is, can it be done? Yes, because we just did it, but I didn't know how great it could be on other meats. I was like, how lucky could I have gotten with the steaks that we cooked?
When we did the ribeye to test it first.
Yeah. So to throw chicken down and throw pork tenderloin down and see the reaction, the seasoning, like you said, I even forgot all about it. The chicken was phenomenal. I'm very happy.
Everything is amazing.
10 out of 10. Like, you can't go higher than 10 out of 10. 30 out of 10. There's just no other number. The Hello performed perfectly. You know, with the lid down, it just changes the game. It just takes time to learn the little nuances that a griddle can have. This is fantastic. If you guys are interested, you guys can check out our join button. It's a membership program. We thank each and every one of you for taking time for doing so. Check us out on the Griddle group on Facebook, is where we talk about griddles, good and bad. What can they do? Have you done this? And that's what it's all about. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. Peace.
Golly. Going for the dang pork. It's all good.